This video explains how to debug serial communication. The Uart demo program can switch images based on instructions. By observing whether instructions are sent when the switch button is clicked, and whether the screen displays image switching after sending the corresponding instructions, it can be determined whether the device's function of receiving and sending instructions is normal.
Take the 7-inch smart display for testing TTL communication.
And demonstrate how to debug serial communication. First, import Uart demo. Uart demo can be downloaded from the resources download page in the documentation. Open the serial port initialization function. Here, you can configure the serial port communication parameters. Port refers to the actual serial port configuration port number of the serial port screen. When port represents the virtual serial port configuration port number. When debugging the communication between the serial port screen and the serial port, you can first use the virtual serial port. Connect it to the serial port debugging software on the computer to simulate the communication between the serial port screen and the client host, quickly verify the program logic, and save the debugging time. The specific usage can be referred to in section 2.12.1 of the instruction manual. Serial port related API. This is where the function registration takes place. This is the code related to serial port reception. This is the code related to serial port transmission. After verifying that the logic of the virtual serial port test program is correct, download this project to the screen. At this point, be sure to set the port number to be consistent with the product. This data can be obtained from the specification sheet or the interface silkscreen. After the engineering is downloaded to the screen, connect the screen to the computer serial port using a USB to TTL converter for debugging. Use the computer debugging software to simulate the client host. By observing whether an instruction is sent when the switch button is clicked, and sending the corresponding instruction, check if the device's function of receiving and sending instructions is normal. If no action occurs, first check whether the hardware connection is correct. The screen TX should be connected to the user's ARCs, and the screen ARCs should be connected to the user's TX. Some products have TTL to 3 to DIP switches. Check if the DIP switches are corresponding and if the adapter tool is used correctly. Verify the port configuration, the baud rate, and the serial port communication parameters.